All right, continuing. All right, so symbiosis is another community interaction. Symbiosis is a close long-term association between populations or individuals within a species. Mutualism is the one that you always see on TV. This is the one that they're always talking about. This is where both species benefit. Examples are trumpet-shaped flowers and hummingbirds, or any of those coevolution kind of examples that you might have discussed in Core 1 are typical mutualism. Commensalism is the second type. This is where one benefits and the other actually has no effect. Things like Spanish moss and oak trees. Spanish moss benefit from having like a structure to grow on because they are photosynthetic and they hang out on the branches of oak trees, but they don't actually ill affect the oaks. Unless, of course, that oak tree is actually dying, then they kind of look like they are taking over the branches and may continue their demise. So mostly, though, that's not the case. Cowbirds and cows. Cowbirds benefit from cows walking along, taking or making clumps of grass come up, and that means that bugs and things like that that the cowbirds eat are exposed, but the cows don't really benefit. This is not like you've seen the bird sitting on the back of a water buffalo. So that's not the same situation. That would be mutualism. All right. So parasitism is where one benefits and the other is harmed. Fleas and dogs and cats. Mistletoe is on various types of species of trees. Mistletoe actually goes into the xylem and phloem of the tree and uses the nutrients from the tree and disrupts the flow of materials through the tree. So this is a negative relationship. So that's parasitism. All of these really can be coevolution, but the most typical one that you see, where they're talking about it in nature shows and stuff, is usually mutualism. All right, so to recap, they have this chart in your book talking about the different kinds of interactions of species. This is interspecific, that is between individuals of different species. You have the competition, that's a negative interaction where both of them are perhaps causing their carrying capacities to be lower than they naturally would be, or their densities to be lower than they would be without the other one present. But this is, they are together and competing and using the resource to their maximum, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Predator-prey relationships. Predation is a positive for the predator, negative for the prey. Same thing with herbivory. Parasitism, same thing. Disease, same thing. And then you have mutualism, positive, and commensalism, positive, and no effect.